My name is Ian Boggs, and I'm going to be doing my video cast on the Simon Skote Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana. It is the home of it is my alma mater. It's where I went for undergrad. It's on my shirt here. This is the actually old Assembly Hall. It underwent renovations, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. So yeah, it's actually a very interesting basketball court stadium facility because it's huge. It seats 17,000 people. It was opened in 1971. That was Bob Knight's first season, by the way, and even today it consistently sells out. So it opened in 1971, which means that all its infrastructure was designed in the 60s. And so in 2007, they had a meeting and discussing whether or not what they were going to do about it, because it was 50 years old. It was getting old then. And so in 2007, they actually said no to renovations, and that maybe in a couple of years they would revisit building a new stadium, which they did in 2010. That was going to cost them $200 to $300 million. And instead of going for that major renovation, they got a donor, who fronted the money for about $40 million worth of renovations. And I put this picture here so you can see a little bit of what it is. Now Assembly Hall is an interesting layout because they designed it so that it was seating on the sides. And you can see up here we're at the top of the balcony. And there's not a whole lot of seating going on the basket ends of the courts. Some people don't like this. I never had an issue sitting at the top. I thought you could see everything. But one of the things they did is, you can see down here after the renovation, is on the sides they added kind of box seating, kind of modernized. They added a new jumbotron here. But for the most part, they kept the main layout and design the same. And this was a really big deal to the fan base in Indiana because they have a unique building, a unique layout, a nostalgic presence there with the 5 banners on the wall that everyone likes to talk about. And so